creators here who really want to listen to this advice. So I really encourage you guys that, if you want to chat with one another, please take it outside. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Steffanina. I appreciate that. So, one question for everybody here. Who is passionate about their YouTube channel? Raise your hand. Yes, it should be everybody. So, it's really important to be authentic and passionate, not just in life, but especially on your YouTube channel. So, now welcoming onto the stage are three creators who know all about this. Please give a warm round of applause for Chris Cantada, Matt Steffanina, and Nicole. Hi guys. How's it going, man? Hey Megan, how are you? Welcome.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Say what's up to the creators, what's up? Okay, I'm actually really excited to do this panel. I'm a big fan of all three of you. I've been working with Chris in the past. I was just watching your dance videos over the last few weeks, Matt, and I've been a fan of yours, Megan, for years now. I've been watching your covers since the early Sansui. Kurt Hugo Schneider days. So my first question is for the three of you. I want you guys to tell us here, how you got started on YouTube and what fuels your passions to this day. So maybe we'll start here with Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I have a channel called Chris Cantada Floors. It's basically me doing a lot of things in spandex costumes, primarily Power Rangers. So I started by accident. I used to be the drummer of Sponge Cola, if you guys know that band.
Oh yeah.
So I was a music type of guy, very musical. And then, but I'm also a big geek. Like, I may have tattoos, but my tattoos are all Star Wars. When my YouTube channel wasn't really geek related. I used to do some covers before, drum covers and stuff. But I decided to buy a Power Rangers costume because when I was a kid I used to be not obese. I was overweight, so now that I became thinner, I felt spandex could work now.
You look great, Chris.
And so I tried doing that, and it wouldn't have been complete not to film a transformation video. So from civilian to costume hero within spandex. So when I did that, I let it be. I filmed that. I uploaded on YouTube for about eight months. I lived my life. I played music. And I came back to it after that. And it just surprised me that it was in the hundreds of thousand views already. And I continued doing that. But this time, not just a simple transformation video. I kind of put a little bit of myself, like the comedic, I have a funny looking face, so I use it to my advantage. So yeah, I made it to a comedy thing, and 280 million views later,
Wow.
we're here, and I'm still wearing spandex.
Don't stop wearing the spandex, man. All right, Matt.
Well, much like Chris, I started my channel sort of by accident. Unlike Chris, I don't wear spandex on mine yet. But I do dance videos. I grew up in a really small town. I started dancing when I was 18. I got really interested, and when I saw like Usher, Chris Brown, Justin Timberlake, all these dancers, singers making music videos, and I didn't know how to learn. And so I actually started using YouTube as like a file sharing service almost. I was putting videos up, sending them to my friends, to other dancers, being like, hey, can you give me some feedback? And when I moved to LA and I started working in the industry, I was noticing that I was choreographing for these artists that I wanted to work with my whole life. And I wasn't really fulfilling because I would get to the music video set and the director would say, you know what, we really like your choreography, but we're just gonna change it. We're just gonna have them dab for the whole song. It's popular right now, don't worry about it. And I was like, wow, if I wanna have creative control over something, YouTube is really that way to have a connection to your audience and be able to put up what you want. So I've been on YouTube 10 years now, and it's still my favorite thing is to make dance videos online over working any other type of industry with dancing.
Awesome. Quick little plug. I lived in Virginia for 9 years. What small town are you talking about?
Near Charlottesville,
Okay.
which you might know.
I know trails?
Go 45 miles further into the woods.
Okay.
There's a lot of cows. Go like 10 more miles after me that is called Nelson County.
Okay, I've heard of Nelson.
Nobody has.
Then you moved out to LA, that's
And then I
right.
moved to LA. Smart move.
Perfect. So Megan, again, how did you get your start on YouTube and what fuels your passions to this day?
Well, when I was about 15 years old, I started to play the guitar. My sister was actually taking lessons, and I was like, oh, that looks like fun. I'm gonna give it a try. And the second I learned like 3 basic chords, I was immediately writing my own songs and creating my own music, and it became this whole new outlet for me. So I told my parents, music is what I want to do, and they were supportive once they saw it was something that wasn't going away. They were helped driving me to open mic nights and talent shows and restaurants and malls, and I was just playing anywhere and everywhere that I could in the Houston area in Texas where I grew up. And my dad actually was the first person to encourage me to post a video on YouTube, and little did I know that it would become such an amazing platform to reach people way far outside of Katy, Texas, and to be able to come to places like here in the Philippines, and it's amazing.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you, and I want to stick with you, Megan. So when you first started, you were uploading covers primarily, but did you always have the vision that you wanted to eventually upload your own content? And what was the turning point that made you decide, okay, now it's time for me to put out my original music?
Well, going back to when I was 15, I immediately was writing my own songs, so original music was always a priority for me, a huge passion of mine. Just being able to share my own personal stories with people and to have people connect with it is such a cool thing. And when I reached around 100,000 subscribers, that was, I think, a big turning point for me, because it was like, okay, now there's people that I think, will actually want to listen to maybe one of my songs, so let's give it a go.
And how long did it take for you to get to 100K?
Oh, I think it was a couple of years.
You hear that? A couple of years, guys, but
Yeah.
you can tell that hard work over a sustained period of time can really pay off. So are there still some songs that you wrote when you were about 15 that you're waiting to upload onto YouTube?
Ooh.
Or do those themes, those songs no longer matter to you? Your long forgotten boyfriends.
So some of my drama when I was 15 are no longer things that I'm experiencing now in my life, but it was
Same
cool
here.
because which is good.
Yeah, of course.
Grow and learn. But one of my first original songs I ever wrote was a song called Never Wanna Let You Go, and I used to perform that live a lot. And then years later, maybe 4 years into being on YouTube, I did a re-release of that song and did a full recorded version.
Awesome. I mean, I'm a singer myself, and during class when I was in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, instead of listening to the teacher, I'd often write my own songs or raps. Those are in the trash somewhere. Those I don't know where those are. But
Voice memos,
yeah. I remember a Nokia phone I had. I used to record some voice memos, really, really low quality sound. And it's okay, maybe one day I can have a video on YouTube or something. Thank you so much. Matt, I want to go to you now. So, this panel is all about passion, and, as a choreographer, as someone who teaches, how does passion either fuel your choreography, or how does passion influence your method of teaching?
Well, I think my progression over the years is I started doing class videos and videos in these small studios where I was teaching, and then it became really cool 4 years ago to try to do really high production level stuff and get a better camera and lighting and hire a director and all this stuff. And then what we realized is that people come to YouTube because they want something authentic. And my class videos not only were performing better, but I was having more fun making them. And so now I pretty much just post videos of my classes, all the dance content. And it's mostly because there's something about connecting with people. Even you guys being in this room, you could watch us talking online, but there's something different about knowing that we're actually here. And it's that same thing when you teach a class and you look out and there's 500 people learning your choreography right in front of you as you say it. It pushes you and it reminds you why you love to do what you do, not only to dance, but to be able to share it with other people that have the same passion that you do.
And would you say that because of all the other people that you've collaborated with, your passion for dancing has only grown over time?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy when you're locked in a bedroom or a sound recording studio or a dance studio to start to get a little stale, and it's hard to come up with new ideas. But that's the great thing about our industry and YouTube is every week I'm having friends come in from all over the world and say, look what I've been learning. Let me show you this, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, let's make something, and then you're creating and creating and creating, and it just keeps growing.
Yes, thank you. So, a message for everyone here. Again, we are rising together. This is a community. So please leverage the community that you have at your disposal. Talk to people, collaborate with them, and your passion for your channel is only going to grow. Thank you so much, man. Chris, I want to ask you one question. So this is something that we've talked about before, and I think your channel has a very, positive message to it. Can you talk about, what that message is and who the target audience is perhaps, and how your passions or your experiences have essentially influenced that?
Yeah, my channel is basically, I didn't really plan for this, it just happened. Like my demographic, they're like kids, boys ages from like 8 to 15, like kids and kids at heart. So in every video, I try to make, to have like a moral of the story. Like, since I release every Mondays, I actually make it a point to make it feel like a TV show. So every week, the kids watch their weekly dose of this Chinese dude in spandex. And at the end of the skits, I always try to have like a moral, just like kid shows. At the end, there's like sort of something you learn, and it's really nice actually getting to meet, because when I go to conventions these days, I actually get to meet these kids that they really enjoy the stuff that I do, and some of them even say that they got into Power Rangers after watching my stuff. So that's pretty cool, and it's nice to have that inspiration for me to make more stuff. And it's actually also nice to know that I even get to work with some of the Power Ranger actors as well. So I'm a big, unofficial brand ambassador of the brand. So it's just nice getting to support something that kids and even their parents get to watch.
So continuing on this theme of a moral of the story or an overall message, my last question for you guys, and then I'll answer this question as well, is can you name like one YouTube channel that has inspired you? So for me, I want to give a shout out to Erwan Yusuf's channel. He actually really does inspire me with all of his like healthy lifestyle and like healthy recipes. I think he does a fantastic job of that. So who is one YouTube channel or YouTube creator that has really inspired you guys?
For me, Wong Fu Productions. Because basically what I do is skit based, so comedy sketches, but I guess with me I have a superhero thing involved. But every time I watch their videos, it really pushes me to sort of think of more creative ways into telling a story. And I think Wong Fu Productions really
kills it.
Yeah.
This video is great.
Mine would be The Dominic Show, which is by Dietrich, who's one of my best friends. He's one of my best friends, and he is the first dancer to ever take a channel and turn it into more than just dance videos. He started doing sketch comedy and inspirational videos, and he still goes back and dances. We collaborate a lot, but he was the one that kind of came to me and was like, you have something here, why are you only working in the dance industry? Like, take YouTube and run with it, and it will open your life up. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here today.
Well, I'm glad you're here today. Thanks for coming.
When I first got started, Voice Avenue was
yeah.
a big inspiration to me. They were kind of like some of the pioneers of covers on YouTube, so I learned a lot from them, and they gave me my first opportunity to tour, which was cool. That's awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. Who here enjoyed this panel? Give a round of applause to the panel. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Is it photo op time? Oh yeah. Let's get on the stage, guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks again, guys. All right, we're going to be pivoting to a different section of today's program, and to introduce